Welcome to Unsigned518. I'm here with Lonny, Eaton, of Shortwave Radio Band, but also... Now, would you say you're of Forensic Polaroids, or would you say you are?
I
Forensic?
am,
Yeah.
because, well, so we're second song out. That's pretty cool. It's called One Hit. Jason Novak did the drums on both, so he's kind of like
The drummer.
he's the drummer, you know, and a lot of fun to work with. He's got like all this excitement that he brings to the project, which just makes it really cool. But that's it, like us.
Right.
Two of
And for
us.
those that don't know, Jason Novak currently in Black Tongue Reverend and formerly in Under the Den, and just like a really fucking solid drummer. Like,
And they have an album coming out. Like
Black Tongue.
really
yeah,
soon.
Yeah. Upstate of Mind.
Yep.
I believe it is. Yep.
Upstate of Mind.
Yeah, those guys fucking rock. But check out Black Tongue, and it's cool that Jason's drumming for them because he's one of the fam. Anyway, go ahead. So
Yeah.
you and Jason, and so like the first song,
AI Girl.
yeah.
A year ago, or whatever.
and that's gotten some radio love. That's been played on EQX, or has it been played on EQX? Yeah,
EQX, yes.
definitely EXT. Like I've heard it on EXT. I don't know if maybe you didn't. You're looking.
I haven't. Yeah,
You're looking at me blankly. No, I'm 100% sure it's been played on EXT because I remember seeing the cover art that
Gotcha.
the one that NGB did. So yeah, it has been played there. Anyway, so yeah, first song, AI Girl, you and Jason, and obviously we're in a band together. We're in Shortwave, and like this is. I don't know if I'd call it a side project, but like it's songs that you don't believe that because you write a lot of the songs for Shortwave.
I
so.
have so many ideas
Yeah.
that just never get finished even. And, I'll send them out to everyone in the band or a couple people in the band or whatever. And some
we'll
of them
be like,
stick.
this fucking sucks.
Yeah. What is that shit? Get that out of here. Sometimes there's a great response. Sometimes they just get kicked to the side and we move on.
Right.
And that, when we did, we're not going to get into the new album with Shortwave Radio Band. We discussed that.
We're
but
saving that
that's
for
a different
future
episode.
podcast, yeah.
Yeah, but I'd call it a side project, like really going way back a couple years or something. But
Yeah.
you told me, you were like, Lonny, why don't you just release some of these things on, that
Because there were
clearly
things
not-
that wouldn't make sense as a shortwave song. Because we were like kind of coming into that where we had our sound, like we were developing a sound.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it was like these are great songs, but it wouldn't fit. So it was like just release them,
Yeah. So there's no boundaries really with this project at the moment. I suppose down the road, let's say I released a 4, 6, 8 song project, then it would start to develop its own character.
Right.
But right now, there's just singles and they're just ideas, and they kind of sit in the same vein, roughly an 80s theme.
Yeah, and I mean they're perfect like rock radio, and like One Hit is in my fucking head all the time. I can't even tell you how often that song is in my head, and it's a catchy tune that like you have that ability to write songs that are new but familiar. Like even writing the fucking theme song for Weekend Spotlight for
yeah.
BJ.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Like BJ's a big AC/DC fan, and we were like, "Hey, Lonny, will you write something for the Weekend Spotlight?" And you wrote that thing that's clearly,
It's
Thunderstruck.
fucking AC/DC.
Yeah, it's a
Like-
Thunderstruck ripoff, but it's not the same notes. You know what I mean? It's just different enough, but it's like it's familiar yet brand new. Like, and I
Yeah.
think that's a cool ability to have.
It's either a curse or like, I don't,
Right? Like, because even One Hit, like, I'll like almost be able to pick out like an influence from it or something, but then it goes away. It's just like these little ingredients.
Oh, there's clearly some there. We won't.
Yeah.
We won't reveal.
We won't give it away,
everything,
but I know
yeah.
some of them. And I'm actually in the song.
Yeah. So how that all kind of came about is the song's basically done. The arrangement was
Right.
done, not the recording part, and I'm bouncing it back and forth to Jason, saying, "Hey, what are we there yet? Are we ready to go in, or does this need more? And he's saying, the guitar solo just seems, it's like there's something missing on the guitar solo. We're not, what can we do there? And this like light bulb went off, and I'm like, Meatloaf, we got to do something. What would Meatloaf do here? And I realize it's not, and I realize it's way shorter than
Paradise by the Dashboard
Yes,
Light
thank
with
you.
the baseball metaphor. And it was funny because, continue about how you came up with it, and then I'll tell my little piece.
Yeah, that was basically it. I'm like, I'm gonna have this announcer where it's a flashback type of scene. If it was a movie, it would be like a flashback going back to, this is where that stems from, the problem or the situation
Right.
or the challenge or whatever, or the song. So
The one hit.
the one hit. So the idea just came, why don't I just make an announcer that's like narrating the song basically, and then the idea came of, let's have Andy do this, and I think he's the right guy for this.
And it was funny because when you asked me, you were like, yeah, I've got like this idea, like I want it to be like kind of like a boxing announcer, like similar to the baseball announcer in the Meatloaf song. And I responded with, dude, I used to fucking kill that announcer part in karaoke when we would do it, because me and my friend Eleanor would always duet Paradise for the Dashboard Light, and when it would come up to the to the announcer part, I would always read it,
Yep.
and I was like, yeah, I think I can do that.
So you were qualified.
Yeah, I was
I
qualified.
had the experience.
Different sports announcer, whatever, it's fine.
The funny thing is, okay, well, this is a little side story from when I first started working with Andy in music. I don't really like sports.
Neither do I.
In fact, I don't watch sports on TV. If you take me to a game, if you drag me to a game,
Oh no, I will gladly go to a live sporting event.
I'll have fun. I'll probably have more fun than most people, because it's
It's
exciting.
a live
'cause I
event
don't
and it's fun.
get to do it very often. But I'll never go out of my way to watch TV and sports or something, because it's not me. I'm not trying to offend anyone, obviously, but so Andy and I run into each other in the grocery store. And you might remember this, you might not, I don't know. But so I get in the checkout line, right? And Andy's in the checkout line right next to me, and we're cashing out. And the cashier lady goes to Andy, says, "Who you rooting for in the big game this weekend?"
Oh, yeah.
And Andy goes, "I don't even know who's playing."
I don't even know what sport you're
It
talking
was the
about.
fucking Super Bowl weekend, and Andy didn't know who was playing. And I said to myself, I don't know who's playing either. I think this is going to work out with us.
Yeah. Like, no, I don't know. I don't know sports. I could tell you, like the storied history of the 70s band REO Speedwagon for an hour and a half, but I can't tell you who's playing sports this weekend.
So for us to write a song about boxing was like a total opposite of my nature.
Yeah, boxing's a sport that I haven't seen live. I have been to like NFL game, Major League Baseball game, basketball game, but I've never seen boxing.
I've done like hockey, maybe WWE.
Yeah, I've seen hockey. I haven't
Does that
seen
count?
wrestling. Yeah, that definitely counts. But if you want to go, like, we should go. You should come with me next week. I'm going to a Valley Cats game. They're having Metroland night. And like Aaron's singing the national anthem and everything.
Wow!
And Katie can't go, so you could be my date if you want to go.
This could be a possibility.
It's a fun going to the. I don't know if you ever been to the Valley Cats.
Never.
So it's like a minor league, minor league team or whatever. But like, holy shit, they put on like it's so much fun. Like when I lived in Troy, I used to go all the time because it was like pretty cheap, and it's like feels kind of like a major league experience with but it's a chiller setting. But yeah, you should come. We'll go catch a fucking ball game, and it's Metroland night, and I do believe we have like a box Like
Oh, wow.
our own box.
Shouldn't turn that down then.
Yeah, no, you should come. Yeah, talk to me after we record. We'll fucking set that. We just branch into it. Like people listening.
We don't like sports.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to
People
a game
listening
together.
are probably like, "Who the fuck are like? What are they doing?" They're like, "Oh, I hate sports. You want to go to a baseball game next week?" Yeah, I totally do. Like, but going out is
But
it's
live
fun.
is
Yes,
different. It's like
so much fun.
live music versus,
Correct.
listening to an
Like
album.
I would go see a band that is a style of music that I'm not really into and have a great time if I'm seeing it live. You know what I mean? Like there is something about that, hey,
Yeah.
it's here, it's happening, that amplify. I may not sit on the couch and listen to, just like I'm not going to sit on the couch and watch a baseball
Right.
game, but
I'm not really into jam bands. You're not maybe either.
no,
a whole
definitely
lot.
not.
And a friend of mine let me borrow like the Widespread Panic album, and I listened to it, and I was like, yeah, this is whatever.
Right.
And then he let me borrow a live album, and I was like, holy shit, these
And I
guys
bet you
are
if you went to
amazing.
see them,
Oh yeah,
you'd probably be like, what the fuck?
I'd be hooked.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah.
Although I did go to see the Grateful Dead before Jerry Garcia died, and I was not impressed. I mean, I was young.
What year
I
was that? Like
it was like
94?
no, it was early, maybe early, no, yeah, 94 because I was 21, so it was like 93 or 94. It was in Vermont or whatever, but like, and everybody, because I was like so anti Grateful Dead back then. I've loosened up a little in my old age, but like everybody's like, oh, but when you see him live, it'll fucking change. And I'm like, no, it didn't. Like, it didn't change. It didn't change anything.
I've heard that their stage setup, the PA and stuff, was the original formula. I'm not using the correct words, but for noise canceling headphones. So they would record
Because so many people wanted it to stop.
No, what they would do is they would point microphones out at the audience,
Right.
and then they would reverse the phase and play it back through
Oh, wow.
the PA system, which is how noise canceling headphones work. And so the people in the audience really couldn't hear themselves screaming, so they made the music that much clearer.
Oh, wow.
And they were doing this back in the 70s and 80s before noise canceling headphones were even a thing.
Wild.
So kind of ahead of their game, I guess, if that's true.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right, so let's get back to one hit. So, just like Shortwave's earlier stuff, and I'm sure probably we will go back to the master again, but like our earlier stuff was done by Dave Tayo, and then this last album we did was done by T.J. Foster. But all the Forensic Polaroid stuff has still gone through.
It's been
Tayo.
produced by Dave Tayo.
Yeah.
And he plays bass on there
Okay.
at the moment. Yeah, because we just haven't solidified a bass
Right.
player for you.
I mean, I'll play I'll play bass on any song you want, dude.
We'll see what's coming up.
I mean, technically, I'm your bass player. You could be like, oh, I have a bass player.
Technically, that's true.
Yeah, I'll play bass on anything you want, dude. 100%. But yeah, so Tayo's not included in like the songwriting or structure or anything. You're
No.
bringing him a complete.
Both of those songs were the structure was completely finished before Tayo ever heard it.
Okay.
So other than some harmony vocals, inverted guitar chord parts, and stuff like that to add some thickness and
Right.
whatnot to it, the whole song was completed before we even approached Dave.
And that was you and Jason
Yep.
Novak going back and forth, like with the structure.
right.
Because like when we, for those that don't know, probably a lot won't know, but when we would do songs with Dave, we would bring him like a kind of a shell. We'd be like, hey, we have this idea, this structure, and he would help us form, different changes and different harmonies and find a bridge and stuff like that. And he's like really fucking good at all that stuff. And for those that don't know Dave Tayo, the theme song to the show, the episode that you're listening to right now, that is Dave and John, who go a Simple Machine doing that. But that's Dave singing the theme song to this program. So
Yeah, he does a great job with everything that he touches.
yes. Yeah. He even, I mean, you probably knew this, but he played a classic guitar at my wedding.
I did know that.
10 plus years ago. So we go way back. Anyway, yeah. So Dave is just producing on this. He's not like helping with the songwriting. He's just, you're coming in and saying, hey, we want to lay this down. And he's.
Yep. We did it right there in his studio. Let's see. After that, I sent it to Don Fury. We had just worked with Don Fury on the previous project. And
yeah.
Like, well, let's just keep things rolling.
Yeah, and I do want to, like, real quick do a little aside just to give a shout out to Don Fury. Because, like, when I say we, like me and you, Lonny, we're having a conversation, about getting our album mastered. And I was like, well, I've heard, Don Fury does really good work. And like, I don't know if you probably won't, Lonny, but the band Quicksand, who I'm a huge fan of Quicksand, and their first 2 or 3 albums were done by Don Fury. And like, so I've known that name for 35 years, and it was like, God, that'd be kind of cool. And then you worked with them, like, you, Lonny.
During the album.
Yeah, did like...
Shortwave album, yes.
And... it must have been a good enough experience where you're like, let's continue doing things. But so for those that don't know, he's right in Troy. And if you've got stuff that, needs to be mastered or recorded, he does really good. He takes care of local bands.
Yeah, I've been there in person to the studio. It's a great building. It's a great space. It's quite large. So there's room to set everything up in different spaces and play live without interfering with anybody's business, stuff like that. Don just took a lot of time that I didn't expect him to take with me,
and the care,
walked me through the process and showed me his gear and stuff. And with everything that goes on nowadays, like before this podcast started, we were talking about how shit was like really lo-fi with the VHS recordings and stuff, and how far things have come. This is not a criticism in any way. Don has kept true to that.
No, I mean, it's not a criticism. It's like a fucking beautiful thing. Like,
he does not have a visual screen in front of him when he's doing these projects. He's just using his ears. And so it's kind of like a blind person. Their other senses become more
heightened.
Yeah. So he's unique like that, and I was like, wow, that rather than someone just saying, oh, look, there's a little spike there on the screen,
right,
or
just look at that.
that.
And I mean, that's how I would be.
He's doing it all organically,
from
ground up, and each
that is like just a lost art form,
exactly,
and like such a unique thing, and to have him be right in fucking Troy and to be accessible, because like even when you reached out to him and were like, we didn't even know if he was going to be like, oh, I don't have time or whatever, but like, he took a lot of time, and
he took a lot of time for, and his
not like
prices
time
are
to
great.
like, but like, I mean, time like in a good way. Like he spent a lot of time.
Yeah,
with
what
you.
we mean is he went above and beyond.
Right.
Time wise, like we were like, he should be done, yet he's still going.
Yeah,
because he wants to put out the best possible piece of art that he can create from what you give him.
Yeah, really cool that we have that locally. But anyway, so Don Fury mastered, not only our album but both. No, wait,
just one.
Just the one hit.
Yeah,
okay.
We didn't know Don before.
That's true.
A year ago, or I hadn't known of him. So
that's true.
Yeah.
So no, go ahead.
A fun little fact, and this will tie right into where you're going tomorrow. But for those don't know, Andy has like a mouth surgery,
oral. I gotta go get a couple of teeth pulled, and I am. Like I am not great when it comes to
it's like
dentists.
Jumping in cold water when you know it's going to be really cold. I don't want to do it, but I got to do it.
My anxiety's fucking through the roof. Like it's fine. Like it's fine, but like I'm so not looking forward to it, man.
So I'm writing the lyrics to One Hit, and they're like almost done. So I'm on the final.
I'll be spitting chiclets tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm on the final chorus, and we're talking about Barstool Radio podcast at work. with some of the guys, and Spittin' Chicklets is one of the podcasts that's under the Barstool umbrella.
Right. Isn't that like a hockey one?
It is a hockey podcast, yes. But I just...
It's a funny term.
I took that and just said, So I'm like, I'm putting it in the song. It's got to be the right thing for the song. And then as the day goes on, self-doubt comes in, and you're like, well, maybe that's not. Maybe I shouldn't use the term Spittin' Chicklets in a boxing song. But my day went on. I went back and forth, and I finally decided, nope, I'm pulling it out. I'm not going to use the line. I'll go back to the original line. Go home, and I'm making some dinner for myself, which is usually like nachos or something. And I bit down, and holy crap, one of my teeth fell out that day. And I was like, this has got to be a sign that lyric is supposed to go into the song.
This is a very painful sign. That it's definitely not a sign that we're getting old. It's like
there can't be a clearer message that I should use that line in the song than this. So it went back into the song and stayed from that point forward.
Nice.
But that was kind of how that lyric came about to being solidified in the song. So,
well, I think we should hear the song.
Let's do that.
All right. So we're just gonna hear one hit, Forensic Polaroids, and then we're gonna be right back to wrap it up with Lonny Eaton.
Why didn't I turn to you when the world came crashing down? I found something else and the feeling went away. Hidden amongst the crowd, I completely numbed myself. And then the flashback came and the movie played over in my head. You were the only one in a crowded room. Now there's empty space where we used to play. Life ended way too soon. That one hit me so hard. I'm still not seeing straight. That one hit me so hard. Everything changed from hearts to spades. That one hit me so hard, but you'll never knock me down again. After the 10 count, the lights went out. Didn't expect to get hit below the belt. Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the mouth. But I'm getting up, I've had enough. The next batch are going down. Don't wanna let myself get close to you, 'cause I've seen some things too complicated to explain. That one hit me so hard. I'm still not seeing straight. That one hit me so hard. Everything changed from hearts to spades. That one hit me so hard. Knocked me right into next week. That one hit me so hard. But you'll never knock me down again.
He appears to be pinned against the ropes. What's this? The gloves are coming off. He throws the uppercut. It's over!
That one hit me so hard. I'm still not seeing straight. That one hit me so hard. I've got to admit that one hit me so hard. I'm spitting chicklets. That one hit me so hard. But you'll never knock me down, never knock me down again.
right, that was one hit, Forensic Polaroids, and Lonnie. You know, I'm like, I want to thank you so much for coming to my house. Like you're not here once a week, like
Yeah, right.
for band practice, but you know, thank you for taking time to do this. But before you go, I wanted, like I do with all my guests, give you a chance to say your gratitudes. So microphone is all yours.
All mine. Definitely, I got to thank my wife first for putting up with me,
Right.
and my endeavors that sometimes pan out and a lot of times don't. So go there, but really, you know, I'm grateful that I got involved in the music scene that was here. I think when we started out as a cover band,
Yeah, 5 or 6 years ago at this point.
at this
6 years
point,
ago. More.
and we were just Andy and me playing
Yeah.
2 guitars, and that was about.
I was on acoustic, and you were on electric. Then we had a little drum machine. And
Yeah, we moved forward from that. Got the drummer out. Da-da-dee-da. That's another episode. But you, Andy, had started talking about, like, you know, I want to be a part of the music scene, and I was like, we have a music scene even? Like, I didn't even know what we really had. I knew there was something, but I didn't realize the extent of it and how large it was around here, and that there was room for people like me and everyone else that's listening. There's room for you in the scene. The scene makes space for every genre of music that you can possibly imagine, and I'm glad that I can just be a part of that in some way. And maybe a song like One Hit or AI Girl or something, maybe it just reaches somebody in a way that it was like, oh, okay, that was kind of cool. That fits into my life right now, or helps me deal with something, or shines a light on something that maybe I've been dodging for too long now, and stuff like that. So, but I'm really grateful for that. Super grateful for everyone in my band that's here in the Dazzle Den once a week, jamming out, working on stuff that we can bring out to the stage. And just the opportunities that are going to be coming this year, next year. We were really pushing this album. Making videos, yeah. The Forensic Polaroid stuff, I don't push it too much. I don't push it as much as I probably should, because it is a side project, and it's not my main focus. Right. It's definitely not Jason's main focus. He's in 3 other bands. He doesn't have time to even really do anything with me, but we squeeze it in there. We're just busy, and thank God we're busy just doing stuff we love doing and not getting dragged down by life. You know, we still have an outlet where we can be ourselves, have fun.
Totally.
Make music, be a part of the scene. Those are my gratitudes.
Nice. All right. Well, he is Lonny Eaton. I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned518. I'll see you on the road. Unsigned518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening. Or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.